Peace everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me. If you are new, I am Zoena, aka ZuZuNatural. I am the owner of Inner Outer Balance Crystal Shop along with Cosmic Crystal Subscription Box. If you want more information on either one of those, you can check in the description below. Today we are going to continue with our Crystals for Chakra series. I am so loving this series. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Today we're going to do the heart chakra, which is one of my personal favorite chakras. Before we get started, I just want to thank everyone who came out to the flash sale in my Instagram feed last Friday. Thank you for joining me there. It was so awesome. We had a great turnout. Thank you to everybody who liked. Thank you to everybody who commented. Thank you to everyone who purchased. I truly appreciate you. We are going to do it again this Friday and Saturday in my Instagram feed at Inner Outer Balance. I will put up the crystals maybe starting around noon. And then if you want it, you can claim it and it's yours. We're only going to do it this Friday and Saturday because I will be going on vacation and I want to make sure I get all of your crystals out to you prior to that. So we are going to cut it off Saturday night. Now, jumping into the video, the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is located where you would assume it's located, and that is roughly in the area of where your heart is, but along the spine, down the center. And so that is where that energy zone is. It is your fourth chakra, and it's also known as the bridge between the lower and upper chakras, because you have 7 main chakras that we are speaking about, and so you have 3 below, 3 above, and the heart is right in the middle. The heart chakra is associated with love, and so that's love for ourselves, that's love for others, that's love for all. It's associated with compassion, empathy, forgiveness, which is one of my favorites, joy. So when your heart chakra is in alignment, when it is balanced, you feel love. You love yourself, you love others, you love all. You are compassionate, you are empathetic, you forgive, you are joyous, you live a joyous life. A lot of the happy-go-lucky types are generally the types that I'm talking about. I'm a happy-go-lucky type, although I do a lot of work on my heart chakra, okay? I feel like my heart chakra might be one of the chakras for me that I need to do the most work on, and that for me is that compassion. That compassion. Sometimes I really have to dig deep for realizing that I am you and you are me. And the way I feel about myself is reflected in the way I feel about you. And so you have the heart chakra is really about you. It's about doing that work on yourself so you can reflect that back to others. When you love yourself, when you feel joy, then you give that to others. And typically you receive it in return. When your heart chakra is blocked or overactive, because remember we talked about that in earlier videos, if you have kind of like a timeline or a chart of energy and you have balance in the middle, then we can have to the left of it all the way going to the end is a blocked chakra, but then to the right of it we have also imbalance and we have an overactive chakra. So the key is to be in balance. So being out of alignment affects your mental state, it affects your mind, it also affects your body. If you are out of alignment, there are numerous ways that can manifest. Some of the ways are you might have trust issues. You do not know how to love. You don't feel worthy of love. You don't know how to receive it. You don't know how to give it. You might be manipulative, fear of intimacy, hold grudges, envious of others, and the list goes on. Physically, these issues can manifest in weakening your immune system, hypertension, tightness in your chest, or other heart issues, problems, or conditions. On the overactive heart chakra side, you might be too empathetic. You might be too concerned with others' well-being and what they're doing. You might have boundary issues. You don't know how to set proper boundaries for yourself, so you get run over all the time. If you find yourself always falling in love, like super quickly with everyone, that might be another sign of an overactive heart chakra. Of course, there are numerous ways to balance your heart chakra, as with the other chakras we spoke about. One of my favorites for balancing the heart chakra, and of course, we're going to talk about crystals, but I like to give some others just as well, is journaling. I feel like journaling is a really excellent way to get in touch with your heart, because a lot of times we might be separated from our heart and our mind, but really we want to integrate the two, right? We want to integrate the two because the heart can be a little stupid sometimes. That's what I feel like. The heart is really trusting and giving and loving and nurturing, but the mind is the one that says, hold up, you need to be all of these things, but you have to have boundaries. And so I love journaling. One of the things that I like to do is a gratitude journal. And so you can do it as simple as just writing 3 things you're grateful for every single day. Just write that in the journal. You can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening, or of course you can get more detailed for the things you're grateful for. Maybe it's the things that you're grateful for today or just in life in general. And sometimes I might just write 1 sentence, and sometimes I go on and on for paragraphs. Of course, meditation, yoga, color science. So I didn't wear any green today, but I do have on my green jewelry. The color for the heart chakra is green. Okay. And so you can use green to really help you get in alignment. A lot of times you don't even notice that when you have a particular color on, it is affecting you energetically because that color has an energy signature and it is releasing that energy signature and affecting you and your well-being. So wear green, go out in nature, be with the trees, be with the greenery, eat green foods in your diet, your leafy greens, your salads, your green smoothies. Also breath work that goes hand in hand with your meditation and your yoga. And then of course crystals, which is what we talk about here, crystals. And so in regards to crystals, your heart chakra crystals can be green or pink. Okay, so I know you're like, wait a minute, I thought the heart chakra color was green. It is, but heart chakra crystals are green or pink, or they could be both in one crystal. And so let me just show you a few heart chakra crystals before we get into a few. Of course, we have rose quartz, a fan fave. Everybody loves rose quartz. Rose quartz for me is one of those crystals that I feel is on the must-have list for everyone, especially if you're a beginner. You want to have rose quartz in your collection. It is a stone of compassion and empathy and love, particularly self-love, but I feel like it's one of the ones that is the most gentle to work with. It's a softer stone. Some of the stones are a little more intense. It's a softer, easier stone to work with. It's nurturing. We have mangano calcite, and this is a mangano calcite mushroom. It has a really nice pearlescent in here. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. I have these for sale in the shop, just in case you were wondering. I do. I have a lot of these crystals for sale in the shop, as always. Fluorite, green fluorite in particular, because fluorite comes in all different shades, right? Green, pinks, purples. And so green fluorite is the fluorite that's associated with the heart chakra. Rhodochrosite, which is one of my favorite stones. Here is a piece of rhodochrosite. I have rhodochrosite bracelets. I'm wearing one right here. I love rhodochrosite. This one is excellent for after breakups, for just getting back to you and finding yourself. One of my favorites. What else do we have? Here's another green fluorite. That's a green fluorite mushroom. We've got pink amethyst. Pink amethyst. Love pink amethyst. We've got pink opal. That's pink opal. We've got emerald. This is a piece of emerald. We've got aventurine. We've got prosciolite. Prosciolite is one you may have not heard of. This is prosciolite. It's also known as green amethyst. It is a quartz, but it is prosciolite. And, ruby fuchsite. Gotta show you ruby fuchsite. I really like ruby fuchsite because we have the pink and green action happening. I have more, and these are the ones that we're going to talk about today. Amazonite, Rhodonite, Kunzite, Malachite, and Jade. So although pink and green crystals are associated with the heart chakra, your pink crystals are more associated with the love, the compassion, the empathy, the forgiveness. Your green crystals are more associated with nature, transformation, growth, fertility, prosperity, abundance. So we'll start with malachite. Oh, I love malachite. And as you can see, what is not to love? This stone is such a beautiful, magical stone for me, as are all crystals. But this one, look at that shade of green. It's so nurturing. It just screams Mother Earth to me. Oh, I just love it. I love malachite. Malachite is an excellent crystal for getting the heart in alignment, balancing your heart chakra energy. It's an excellent stone for forgiveness. It's an excellent stone for letting go. It's also an excellent stone for taking responsibility. So it's really good with relationships. In my last relationship, towards the end, I was having a lot of issues. We were having a lot of issues. And it was really, I started wearing malachite a lot, and I didn't do it on purpose. I'm telling you, the crystals speak to you, and they let you know, like, you need to run with me for a while right now. Like, I can help you with what you're going through. And a lot of times you won't even realize that, like, intuitively, you know this. So I know all about malachite, but I wasn't consciously saying, I'm going to wear malachite for a while because I'm really going through something right now. I did not do that. I just kept picking up my malachite necklace, and I had this nice big chunky malachite that was wire wrapped in copper, and I don't even know where that thing is. Sometimes crystals disappear after you have worked with them and you don't need them anymore until you do again. And so I kept going towards it, and when I thought about it, like later, I'm like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense, because it helps you with forgiveness. It helps you with letting go when you need to, if you need to. And then it helps you with taking responsibility for your actions, for taking responsibility in whatever you have brought to the situation. And so I really, really love malachite. Also, it is a crystal that's associated with Scorpio. My sun sign is Scorpio. It's also associated with Taurus, if you're a Taurus. It also helps protect you from negative energy. That's including your own, right? And it's a stone of transformation, like many of the green stones. It's a stone of transformation. So having you transform into your higher self, your greater self, right? Reaching and moving beyond the levels of where you currently are. We started with the green, let's move to pink. So next up, we are going to do rhodonite. And I really want you to get a really good look at this. It's really bright out. So this is rhodonite. Now I was going to talk about rhodochrosite, but I decided to switch it up because rhodonite has very similar properties, and it is more affordable and more readily available. And when I'm talking about crystals, I really want you to be able to go to my shop or another crystal shop and get the crystals that you need. And although I love rhodochrosite, it's not always available like that. And when it is, you might not want to pay the price. So rhodonite is a lot more affordable, a lot more easy on the pockets. Costs more than rose quartz, but less than rhodochrosite. And so this is rhodonite. This is rhodonite from Madagascar. It typically has a lot more black in it. And this is rhodonite from Peru, which typically does not have as much black. Rhodonite is known as the rescue stone. What I love about rhodonite is you see the pink, you see the black, right? And so not only is it associated with the heart chakra, but it's also associated with, I bet you know, because you've watched the other videos, the root chakra. And so with the crystals that are associated with multiple chakras, I love it because not only do you have that love and that compassion and that empathy, but you also have that balancing and that foundation of the root chakra. And so you have a balanced, grounded foundation for your root, for your love to sit upon. So with rhodonite, it's called the rescue stone. And I really feel like it helps rescue yourself from yourself. It helps you rescue you from you. And right, so it really helps you tune into that love, self-love, that compassion and that empathy for your own being. And once you are able to do that for you, you're able to express and give that to others. Rhodonite is also excellent for helping you balance that yin and yang energy, so that feminine and masculine energy. And just like the malachite, it helps with the emotional side of relationships. So if you have any emotional wounds, particularly like during a rough relationship or even after a breakup, this is really a good one to help you kind of just get back in tune with yourself, with that forgiveness, compassion, empathy, and love. Next, we're going to go to Amazonite, right? We're going to jump back to green. And so here is Amazonite. So now, if you are familiar with Amazonite, you know that it comes in shades of very, very light green all the way to shades of like a bluish green, like an ocean green, blue green. And so Amazonite is associated with the heart, but it's also associated with the throat, depending on the color. And so typically, it's your heart in your upper heart. So it takes the balancing and the energy of the heart and aligns it with that throat chakra, right? And so you have your heart chakra and your throat chakra in alignment with one another. And for me, that really, it results in speaking your heartfelt truths, right? So when you're talking, when you're speaking, you're really speaking from the heart. You're just not having diarrhea of the mouth. You're not just talking to be talking. Amazonite is really good also for EMF protection, so that electromagnetic pollution that you get from cell phones and microwaves and computers and all of that. It's really good for that, just really dealing with the effects of that on your system. And then it's also a really good one for Mercury retrograde, right? So we talked about Mercury retrograde in the other video, and I asked you how you were doing. I hope you are doing fine. No, I hope you are doing amazing and excellent. I am doing excellent during this Mercury retrograde. I've had some lessons come up where I'm like, oh, you're trying to check, you're trying to see if I'm gonna fall for that again, and I'm not falling for that again. So I'm really loving this Mercury retrograde because I've just been really consciously paying attention to the lessons that arise, and I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing there, universe. I see what you're doing. So Amazonite is really good for that, because what happens is when you have those miscommunications during Mercury retrograde, Amazonite helps you speak from the heart, like I said earlier. And so you kind of take a pause, you reflect, right? You release and then you reset, and you don't really come from like a triggered point or triggered aspect, or you don't come from a defensive point, because that's usually where the problems start, right? When we get defensive or we're triggered. And so it really helps you check your own energy. I love Amazon. Jade. I love Jade. I really love heart chakra crystals, because I know you're like, wait, you love them all. You've said you love them all. I do love them all, right? So Jade is no different. I'm wearing a Jade pendant right here. I have these for sale in the shop, and listen, I don't have many, so if you want one, you better jump on it. But I have Jade on right here. I've been wearing this a lot. It's a really nice piece. It has a sterling silver cap. But and here's a jade heart. This is part of my personal collection. I love this. This is nephrite jade. And so jade is a stone of abundance. It's a stone of wealth. It's a stone of luck. So in China, jade is revered as like the ultimate. It's priceless, right? So they have a saying that gold is valuable, but jade is priceless. And so if you watch Kung Fu movies, I'm a big Kung Fu movie fan, grew up watching them, you would always see that they would have their jade talisman for protection and luck and fortune and wealth and abundance. They would have it on, or they would have it in their pocket, or it would be like the secret stone, like show your jade, and they would have like their family crest on the jade. Okay, I'm getting too excited. If you don't watch Kung Fu movies, you're like, what is she talking about? Jade is a transformation stone, so it's excellent for emotional release and healing, so you don't hold on to that baggage and that stuff that you really just need to let go. And it's an excellent stone for helping you become your greatest self, for helping you be better each day. Lastly, we have Kunzite. Kunzite. This particular one is more of a purplish pink. This one's a little more pink. It comes in shades of like very light pink to like lavender pink. But Kunzite is a wonderful heart stone. Obviously, we see that it is that pinky purple, but it's also associated with your upper chakras depending on the shade of pink. Kunzite is known as the woman's stone, so it's great for your female reproductive system. It is wonderful for PMS, cramps, fertility issues. It's wonderful for relaxing you, and as you can see, it looks very relaxing. It's great for inner peace and sleep. If you haven't been popping crystals under your pillow, you are missing out. I know I say that a lot, but I just want you to know it's true. You are missing out. Pop those crystals under your pillow. It's a stone of commitment, devotion, and love. So you may see this available in promise rings or engagement rings. If you've ever seen, of course, it is the gemstone quality. And so gemstone quality is translucent. It's the best quality of the stone. This is not gemstone quality. And so you might see, if you've ever seen engagement rings or promise rings in that pink stone that you're seeing is typically kunzite. It helps you release painful past memories, right? Painful emotional moments in life that you need to let go of in order to open your heart for new love. Of course, we want to talk about ways that we can use these crystals in our daily lives in order to help bring our heart chakra into alignment and balance. And one of my favorite ways is jewelry, adornment. I've talked about this in other videos. In ancient Egypt, Kemet, it was known as Sa, which is spiritual protection. So it wasn't just pretty and fly, although it was. It also had a spiritual significance and meaning behind it, because they were aware of the flow of energy and how these particular pieces affected our energy field. And so I have on a bunch of heart chakra crystal bracelets, and I pretty much have my crystal bracelets on every single day. I always have crystals on. So I've got turquoise here, that's not heart chakra, but here I've got malachite. And I have all of these, I have all of these in the shop except for kunzite. So this is kunzite. I have kunzite. I don't have kunzite in the shop, but I have rhodochrosite. I've got jade. I've got rose quartz. I've got procellite, which is the green amethyst. I've got rhodochrosite again, and I've got malachite. And these are real malachite. This is not that fake stuff. This is real malachite. And so you can wear your jewelry. Here I have on a jade pendant, and I just love this one. I also have on a moldavite, and moldavite is also associated with the heart chakra. I didn't even mention that, but I have a moldavite pendant on. So you can wear your heart chakra crystals and have that energy on you, just really working on your system at all times, and you can pick and choose what it is that you want to work with that day. Or maybe you just grab them all. Maybe you just grab them all. Now, one of the things that I do like to do is I like to wear them kind of at heart level. I have them resting on this area, and so it's really just really tapping into that energy zone and giving me all of the vibes of the jade and the moldavite, just right there. And I don't even have to do anything. It's just like, well, of course I have to do something, because you do the work, not the crystals. Just so you know, they are giving you another type of energy, and you're utilizing that energy to do the work that you need to do. Use the larger pieces as home decor, so it can really put that healing, love energy and transformation energy or abundance energy out into your room or your home. And so that's an excellent way to do it. You can also meditate with these crystals. You can use a small piece like this, hold it in your hand, or just be wearing your jewelry, whether it be your bracelets or your chains or your pendants, and you meditate with it and really focus on that energy, kind of bring your awareness and see how that energy feels at the beginning of your meditation, and just kind of have this as the theme of your meditation. So this is a piece of malachite. So you could be doing a abundance and transformation, heart healing and letting go meditation with this piece. You could also take a piece like this and just pop it in your pocket, pop it in your bag, your purse, your man bag, your book bag, whatever, and have it with you. Make sure when you are working with your crystals that you cleanse them when you receive them, and you also cleanse them when you work with them frequently, energetically cleanse them, and then also make sure you are setting intentions. Have conversations with your crystals. Have conversations with them like you are speaking to yourself for what you are trying to bring about, so they know, right? And so you know. Lastly, the crystal grids. Particularly, I'm talking about a body grid. And so I think I told you this in my last video lately. As of a couple of weeks now, every night I have been doing like a body grid on myself with my crystals. I have my shower or my bath, I put my PJs on, I get in the bed, and then I grid my body with my crystals, and I put the crystal associated with the chakra in its position, and I choose different crystals. I just kind of do like an intuitive pick, because I know what I need, even if I don't think I know what I need. I know what I need, right? And so I have been using malachite. So you take the malachite, you put it on your heart center area, you're laying down, you place it right there, and you just let it do its thing. You can fall asleep like I've been doing a lot, or you can choose to do like a light meditation. You can choose to really focus on the stones, focus on your body, see how you feel. Very often, you can, and if you don't in the beginning, that's okay. I want to say that if you don't feel it in the beginning, it's okay. Just keep practicing it. But very often when you're laying down and you do these body grids with the crystals, you can feel where you have blockages in your body. You can kind of feel where energy is stuck, and you can go in there. And by go in there, I mean with your mind, right? Because our minds are powerful. Go within your body and try to help move that stagnant energy, or get that overactive energy into balance. And it really doing that with the crystals on the energy center. And you can do it with you could just do the heart chakra, or you can do a complete 7 chakra, which is very often what I've been doing. When I go to bed, I do everything. I stick a little crown chakra crystal in my hair. I'll have it like up in a bun, and I'll stick it in there. I'll put one here, I'll put one here, I'll put one here, I'll put one on my solar plexus, sacral, and root, and I just lay there and I kind of do a body scan. I get quiet, I tune in, and I just see, what am I feeling like? Is there any tension anywhere? Do I feel tight anywhere? Do I feel blocked anywhere? And I just go in there and kind of move that energy. And I know that sounds like, if you haven't done it, you're like, what do you mean go in there and move that energy? But as you do it, you'll start to know what I mean as far as go in there. Go in there mentally, you will dive into your body and start moving those blockages, right? Because you're a powerful being. You can do this if you have not done it already. And so you don't need me to do this for you. I can do it for you if you like. I do body and energy work with crystals, but you can do it yourself. Like, you have the power to do it yourself. So I'm sure you could tell that I was super excited throughout this whole video, because I love the heart chakra. I love working with my heart energy center, and I love crystals that are associated with the heart chakra. What about you? Do you love crystals associated with the heart chakra? What's your favorite? Which was your favorite that I mentioned or that you have in your collection? Because keep in mind, there are lots of other heart chakra crystals. I just tried to give you a nice variety so you can kind of get the vibe of how to spot them. But what's your favorite heart chakra crystal? Are you currently working on your heart chakra? Are you doing anything special to work on it? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Let's have a little dialogue about this, because I get excited when I hear people saying, oh yeah, I've been really working on my heart. That just brings joy to my heart when I hear that you are working on your heart, because I'm working on mine. So that is a heart chakra video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good jazz. ZuZuNatural. Peace out.